You like to be able to build web apps without writing lines and lines of code? PHP Runner builds secure, modern, responsive, data-driven web apps at the speed of light. You can create your first application in 10 minutes or less. Our robust software is the most intuitive and easiest to use on the market. PHP Runner builds dynamic forms, reports, grids, charts, dashboards, and more. Experienced developers will have the ability to extend apps by adding custom code. Download today.
Good day, everybody. Is there somebody here? Am I on my own? This is my first attempt really to do a live stream, so hopefully this is gonna be smooth. Let's see how it goes. I have to learn the software and how it all works. It took me some time to figure it out and get to the point I am right now. So hopefully you guys can hear me. How's the sound? Can you see something on the screen? What's the quality? Can you somehow let me know, please? Thank you, Dave. It appears I've been told that the comments, if you put a comment in the chat box, that it's kind of like delayed. I see it on my side a little bit later, but thank you. So the audio seems to be working. Thanks, Dave. Just trying to see how many users we have right now. It's not a lot. I don't expect a lot also. It's like I just want to give it a go and build up from this moment onwards, obviously. There are so many questions people ask, and for me to do an entire tutorial on some of the questions is literally a waste of time. So I was thinking to try and answer some of those questions in this way. Okay. So it's also I will see how this is gonna work. If you ask a question, and sometimes it's going to require me to do some preparations in terms of the database table and the fields and and things like that. So it might not be. I don't know. We will see how it goes. It's I might need to create a website or something, or maybe ask Xline Soft for a place where you can post your questions and we can vote for them or something like that, so that I can prepare. I need to prepare the database tables and the project, and first also obviously try and see how it's going to work. Remember one thing: when I do a tutorial, I edit that thing to make it work, right? So you don't see the mistakes I make. You don't see how I also don't know sometimes how to do things. Would love to have a tutorial on creating a plugin? Oh yeah, obviously that's also, I think I've seen this question before. Yeah, creating a plugin is obviously possible. It's kind of a little bit different, because you will have to save your project as a plugin, and when you design your application, you need to bear in mind it needs to be able to work in any other project. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. I will have to prepare for that. I don't know. I was hoping to see Jeremy here. I'm about to ask or to answer one of his questions. Guys, also please bear in mind that English is not my first language. So if I do make mistakes in the language itself, please just bear with me, man. I'll try. Audio very low. Yeah, I see this is now. Let me see if I can boost it here somehow. It tells me I'm on max. I can maybe go a little bit louder. How's that? Is the audio better now? Is it too loud? Is that better? I have 6 viewers. That's what I can see from here. This is amazing. Okay, much better. Well, okay, thank you. Sorry about that. It's a volume control knob I have to turn up here on my side. And I only notice now there's a little green light that must burn when I speak. So hopefully I will remember that in the next time. So sorry about that. Okay, so I don't know. Let's just right now you see a project I'm about to start. Confirmation before save. So before a record gets saved during add or edit, we need to ask the user a question: are you sure you want to save this record? And so that was one of the questions that I thought that's an easy one. Probably all of you already know how to do that. But it's just like a test for me tonight. It's not going to be a very long stream, I think. Let's just see how it goes. Okay. What I do like to do is open up the PDF version of the PHP Runner manual. Reason being is you can obviously in the HTML version also find things, but for me this is just personally a quick way to find things that is in the manual. So sorry, I just tried to. I've got too many screens. This is going to be a learning curve, that's for sure. Now I lost. There we go. Okay. Just want to see the comments as well, so I have the comments open here. Sorry about that, guys. So I just gone open up the PDF manual, and I gone Control F on my screen, and then here on the top I would search for things. Just a simple search as for instance, sorry, I'll just, now the internet is slow. Oh my word, this is gonna get better, I'm sure, as I learn how to work this entire thing. Anyway, I would search for before save, something like that, and it brings me, this shows me a couple of hits over there. I would try and find in the manual there. This is how we can click the save button before save, and this is what we will be able to use. It's this piece of code over here, right here. It's also, here we go, how to ask for confirmation before saving a record. Now, that's for me the quickest way to find things in the manual. As you can see, I'm on page 1039 over here, so that was quick to get to, more or less, because I knew before save is one of the functions that I have to call and use in this instance. So I just search for that word and come up like that. So that's probably, you need to know what to search for, that is true, but I think I almost know this manual like you cannot believe. So I just knew that, so hopefully this is not going to be too difficult. But let's open up the project. I'm going to create a project here, confirm save. I'm going to create a blank project. This is, so by the way, going to a live server now. It's not a test server, so hopefully the connection and the internet and everything is going to work well. Let's see. Just want to find my database I'm going to connect to. Let's say 2000. Yeah, let's use that one. Okay, I'm just going to create a normal. Let's find something. Just a cars table, right? And so I have a cars table here. There's only one table. It's very. I'm going to just have a list page, edit page, add page, because it's on the edit and add pages where I want to apply this. And then the other doesn't really matter. Let's just continue here. On the ID, I don't want to be able to edit the ID, so I take that off. And there's just 2 columns in this table. Okay, so let's just use it like that. And there's going to be a make. We will be able to add. This is the page designer. Add, edit. This all is just out of the box still. PHP render. Let's just get this up online. Confirm before save. That's fine. Okay, now I need to upload this quickly. Let me just see quickly where I'm going to do this. I just create a, or look for the proper server, because I have many servers also. PHP. I'm gonna just take that, copy the location. I'm gonna browse, create a new folder. I'm just gonna call it live for now, so I know this is just okay. And now we have to upload the files. Now this is where I probably is making my first mistake, because depending on the speed of the internet with the streaming and everything, it's a good question how this is gonna go. Okay, so let's just see what we have for now. Okay, so this is a table with cars. You can see Toyota, Volkswagen, Nissan over there. This table, you probably recognize this table from previous tutorials that I've built. So when we add a new record over here, I'm just gonna say car 1, and if you save it, we need to have a confirmation box asking us, are you sure you want to save this? So if you go back to the manual, why is that now gone? I think I have a second. Yes, sorry about that. So it says here, all we have to do is go to the JavaScript onload event of the add or edit page and basically just copy paste this code. Now, let's do that. Go back. Cars, add page, JavaScript onload event, and all I'm gonna do, I don't know, is this big enough? Can you guys see? Must I try and zoom this thing in? Probably. Let me just see. Like that, perhaps. Okay. Anyway, I just copy paste the code from a manual like that. There's nothing for us to change over here. So let's just see what this is going to do. It's going to ask this question on a confirm box, which is a JavaScript confirm box, and then it's going to return true when we click OK. Yes, continue. Else, if we don't click OK, what's going to happen here? It's just going to disable the class, or it's going to stop the save action at this point in time. Okay. Now with JavaScript, I've learned, I don't know if it's actually still the case, but it's good to upload all the files every time, because the JavaScript is, for some reason, it cache or something. Let's refresh the page. Yeah. This is definitely a learning curve. Okay, let's go back to list. Let's add a new record over here. The next car. Save it. And there it is. Do you want to save the record? If you cancel, it's simply going to deactivate this button. You won't be able to. And but directly afterwards, obviously, it will be alive again. So let's just save it. And this time I say, yes, I want to save it. And there we go. Okay. So that's the beginning. But what Jeremy was asking me, he says he was fine with that, but he needed a save button that can also show the car that you are about to save in that pop-up message that we just saw. And so I said to him, okay, I will show you how to do it. I promised to send him a mail. I never did. So Jeremy, hopefully you see this now. So okay, so what I suggest, well, the way I thought it would work well, is to actually go and, instead of using the normal save button, I'm going to create a custom save button right here. And I will say insert custom button, a new button, and I will call it custom save, just so we can recognize the button. Right, that's the custom save button. And we will probably have this button style to be a default button as well. So is it a default button? Primary button, sorry, primary button, so it can look the same as a normal save button in terms of the bootstrap template. Okay, and then let's go to the button code. Here it is. Let me just. Now I must try. I must remember. I must try and see what you guys see. Anyway, there we go. So this is the client before, the server, and the client after event. Now at the client before, I would do the same test right here. I just wait for my PC to respond. Come on. Okay. Mm. Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. So first thing that we need to do. Sorry, guys. So the first thing we need to do is to pick up the what is stored in this field. So if the user click or type in, let's say, any car or whatever, the only way to read this value is going to be with the runner.getControl method. So over here, let me just get rid of all of this. I would say something like this. I have it already here. So I create a variable, the make, control make. This is just a control object, runner.getControl, and then make. I just want to make sure that this make is really the real field name. So in the cars table, if I go to the after table initialize event, and I go to the description section over here, you will see all the fields that's in your or in this table. So make, there's, thank goodness, only 2 fields right now, but there can be sometimes a lot of fields over here. So then you go back to the client before, and obviously it appears to me that make is the correct value rate right there. And then let me just copy this. I already worked this out. That's why I say I'm just gonna do now a test. If confirm, so I'm gonna do another confirm on the custom button, obviously. If you are you sure about, and then control make dot get value, which is now this control make over here, get value, and then a little question mark. I will return true, else I'm going to stop everything and return false over there. So when I return false, the server and the client after event will not be executed, but when I return true, the server will be executed. Now, and this will be executed. So in this case, on the server side, let's say that was true. I'm going to not really do anything at the server event right here, but on the client after event, let me just see. That's just what I paste now is also from the manual, and that is how to manually click the save button. So what this do is just also before save, another function, and all it does, this is going to try and go back to the list page, and this is the simple, can I say, a click of the normal save button. Okay, so let's just see if everything is fine. Yeah, that looks fine. Server is not going to do anything. Let's do this one. It's actually not necessary for this part here, but let's just leave it for now. I actually don't think it's going to work, but let's just see what it does. Excuse me. I'm surprised by my internet speed, to be honest. Okay, let's try and refresh the page. All right, let's say add new. Let's just put a proper car. Elon Musk is also from South Africa. I don't know if you guys knew that. Okay, here's my custom save. The normal save is obviously just not going to do anything. Oh, I forgot to, you know, what I forgot to do was on the project, on the JavaScript onload event, I need to remove all of these. Because I don't want this now to execute. I want only these two sections of the custom button. So I forgot to remove that. So I have to You see now, this is the type of thing that I would cut out on when I make a tutorial. And you guys will not even know all the mistakes I've made on these things. Let's try that again. Just gonna go back to list for now. Refresh. Normally a control F5 is a good refresh. Now you will see if this doesn't work. I'm gonna end the stream and apologize, I think. Okay, let's just go custom save. Are you sure about Tesla? Can you see that? Let me see. You can't? Yes, you can. And then obviously if I cancel, no, I wasn't sure about Tesla, so then it will not save. If I do a custom save again and I click OK, and only now it will be saved. So this is what I wanted to show to Jeremy, and it doesn't look like Jeremy is in a stream. Jeremy, where are you? You asked me so nicely to show you, and now he's not here. Sorry guys, there's a lot of things in the chat which I missed. Let me try and read quickly through all of them. I would like to know how to create. Oh, you want to do a version number in your application. Sometimes that is incremental every time I build a project. Okay. So that is exactly what I was trying to explain in the beginning of the stream. For me to do that now is going to take some time because I need to prepare a table for that. And to create, I must create the situation or the scenario. But let's see, what else do we have here? The audio is very low, so okay, better, much better. Great, all right. Can you cover custom functions which can be used throughout the project? Yes, I can do that. Let's see how I can. When you, I must try and think of a situation now. But when you need a custom function, let's say a PHP function, let me just see quickly. You would go to the editor page, and then here on custom files, you're going to right click and say new file, and then you're going to say here custom, you can call it anything you like, custom functions dot php, right? You're going to save that file, and then now just hold on. I just minimize. I think I must get another screen. This is one thing that I just realized now. It's my first stream, so I didn't know what I was how this is gonna be. But anyway, let me try and show you how to do that. So on this extra file that you created, PHP, I'm just looking for something on my PC quickly, just hold on. no, I don't want to do an update. So you will have to, sorry, yes, that's correct. You will have to, because this is a .php file, you will have to open and close your tags over here. All right, the PHP open and close tags, and here you will then go and say function live test. You will do it like that. You will open and close the brackets, and in here you will obviously now code your function, right? I don't know if you want me to actually code something here, but here is also input variables that you can put. Let's say you dollar value 1, right? Oh, dollar. I was supposed to make a dollar. This is what will go into this function, and then in your once this function is now operational and it's working like that, it's perfectly fine. You're happy with the way it's going to work. It's normally this function would return something. It would return a value, right? So, and then what's nice from your function, if you code your entire function right here, there's the custom. Oh, now you probably can't see that, but at the I just want to see, what do you see? Yeah, I'm going to learn this much. There's a lot for me to learn. Okay, so you don't see that. Are we still live? Yes, we are. Okay, so what I was trying to show is that I'm trying to make the screen smaller now. Just along, guys. Full screen. There we go. At the right bottom over here, right hand bottom, is check syntax. You can actually check your syntax. That's because you see. And then I must just now set this value to be nothing or something. Oh no, that's all right. This value will come into the function and it will be returned by the function. So that's, let's just make it value 1. So this function can do a lot of things. You can really code it to do anything, and then it's going to return a answer or a value or an array or anything you like. All right. Check the syntax over here and it is fine. So then you go back to your events page, and then here, after application initialized, you would do a normal include of now I forgot what I called that file. What did I call the file? Let's go back to the editor. Custom functions.php. So yeah, you would do a normal include of custom functions.php. And now from here on, everywhere, anywhere in any PHP, let's say you are here on the edit page before process, of maybe before display, you can say now I forgot what I called the maybe I'm getting too old for this stuff. It's live test, right? Okay, so then you do then go to the events, and then before display over here you can then say dollar value 2 is equals to, you can now call that function anywhere in this display, and whatever this function was designed to do, obviously it will return the value into there. Does that help? Pleasure, dankie. Where did you learn to speak Afrikaans? Sorry guys, I'm just having a sip of my tea, yeah, because my mouth is starting to dry. Now, it's a lot of things that I learned from this. I would love to see how tab index can be changed on a page. Why do you want to change the tab index? No, I don't know how to do that. I'll have to investigate. Some customers have preferences. Do you mean you would like to order sort the tabs, or what? What's the point? No, I actually don't know how to change the tab index. I'm sure it's going to be possible. It's not something I've done before, so I don't know. When navigation at edit page, it's tab, but okay. Oh, okay. I'm with you now. It's the tab on the keyboard, right? On the keyboard, when you tap, I assume you are coming from from a like Visual Basic environment, or maybe some Microsoft application where you tap through the fields, right? That's a bloody good question, actually. I'm gonna write that down. I want to find that out for myself. Can I come back to you, please? Oh, Rod, you're in Cape Town. Wow. Well, we're currently in load shedding. Just me and Rod will know what I'm talking about right now. Default order in PHP runner. Yeah, that could be a default order. So guys, I know this stream was or is not perfect, but I honestly want to do this like an hour every evening at least, or second evening, because there are so many questions. And when I read them in the comments, I'm like, I know exactly how to help this guy. And then I just don't know how to show you the thing, because making an entire tutorial. So that is my plan. I really would like to come on. I don't want to promise stuff now, but I want to be here daily and just answer 2 or 3 or 4 questions, and maybe just do it, because there are so many questions that can be answered, and I just don't have the time to make the tutorial, because it takes me sometimes up to 3 days to make a single tutorial. And because I like the nice intros and the arrows and squares and circles and all the flying stuff, to make that is actually taking some time. But this is real life, so I don't know if you guys would like this. Then yeah, I think some might think that it's better just to watch the tutorial. I don't know. It's you will never please everybody. That I also learned in life. What, did I miss some questions? I think so. Yes, it would be nice if you guys can ask something that I know how to answer, man. I'm going to speak to Sergi from Xlinesoft and ask him if there's a way he can help me out on maybe on the forum or somewhere where we can, because sometimes when you ask a question, I often do not understand what you mean. And so I would need more information. So it would be nice to, if there's a place where you can put some information for me, so I can understand what it is that you ask, if that makes any sense. Brandon, thank you very much, man. I really would like more. Yeah, if you are gonna love to see more of this, then obviously I will definitely do everything that I can to do this, because this is it's a secret little passion that I have. I want to do this. Even the day when I started this YouTube channel also, I was like, that was a dream, you know. And it's getting to a point now where I want to push it further also. And I just love doing these things. It's just my life, man. And if you guys can appreciate it, then obviously I will do this often. I will do this a lot more. This was officially my first live stream. We're gonna leave it on the channel. I don't know what Sergi is gonna say about this. Maybe he's gonna ask me to remove it. I don't know. We'll see. But maybe he'll like it. Maybe Sergi, is he in the chat? He's not. No. He's a nice guy. A real nice guy. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. This is an achievement for me. I can see there is 13 of you in the chat right now. And compared to other YouTubers, obviously this is a joke, but for me this is special. Thank you very much for joining. Hopefully I made sense. And Jeremy, you owe me because you're not in this chat. I'm gonna I don't know. I don't have his email or anything. He asked so nicely for this quiz, for this what I showed tonight, and let's see. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream. I don't have a nice intro or an outro. It's just gonna go dead. So thank you very much for joining. I will see you again soon. I will probably announce next time before I do this live stream. I didn't want to be, I didn't want a lot of people in the stream tonight because I needed to test. There was a lot of things for me to test. I need to make a couple of changes on my side so it can flow a little bit better next time. But thank you very much for joining, and see you next time.